What's up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat, and we're here today playing mission number 11 of the Sins of Damnation campaign. It's called Unknown Lifeforms, and it's gonna be a trip, so let's get ourselves a walkin'.
The enemy infestation is broken. They are dying in the thousands. Victory is close, but we have troubling reports of an unknown form of Genestealer, larger and faster than its kin. Our force is being formed to locate these lifeforms and return with a sample. Sergeant of the squad, accept your orders. One squad will suffice. You will deploy your Terminators here. You will be in the very midst of the enemy. Deep scans indicate the target is in this area. Get the squad safely to the exit zone. You have been issued with portable power field generators to ensure your prey does not escape.
That was almost a PFG, but it's a PPFG. A PFG sounds kind of like a BFG, which would have got me all excited. I would have been feeling a little husky if I had one of those. Let's take a look at our squad here. Now, there are a couple things about this mission that make it a little bit difficult. We only get the one squad, but we do have our good old friend, Lexiconum Calistarius. He's going to be in the front holding down the line for us. I think I'm going to put Lorenzo second. We have Clawbles, unfortunately, so Clawbles, there you go. You're in the back, man, sorry. I'm going to put Leon in the center because I'm not really seeing a whole lot of uses because this isn't a defense mission. Really what I prefer to have is the assault cannon when I have to hold a position. And there's not going to be a whole lot of that here. We've got a huge map in front of us. We got to go from up here all the way down to here. So settle in, get some snacks, because I get the distinct feeling this might be a long mission. I'll put Brother Zale in last. Maybe? Actually, let's switch Clawbles and... yeah, Clawbles and Leon. Because I think when he runs out of ammo, I'm just going to sacrifice him to the Horde. And Clawbles will be the one who does the honors and sets up the PPFG or whatever the hell it is. I think this will work out, though. He's going to be in the back because I feel like I might be chased a little bit on this one, and not chased in the sense that, like, monks are chased. Chased as in slavering aliens trying to eat my face off. If we had to be chased as well as chased, I think that would be just insult to injury. Here on the first turn, we've managed to wrangle ourselves 6 CP. Now, let's look at the map. I think my path is going to go like this. We're going to go all the way over to here. We're going to turn this corner, go down. I think we're going to try and... I don't know if I want to go left right here or if I want to go down, bust this door off, and go this way while cutting down. I'll make that decision once we get there, but our first path is going to be out this way, so let's get started. I want to go ahead and focus fire on this door as I walk. And let's go ahead and get moving. So we'll walk 2 here. And the door appears to already be open, strangely enough. Ah, never mind, the animation played late, so we blasted the door open there. And that's going to leave me with a lot of CP to play with. I prefer to get everybody into this room for now. And what we'll do is we'll have him walk into the room here. He's going to blow out this door, and he's going to hold this position while the rest of us do our little conga line forward. So let's check this door out. We're going to have him step to there. Maybe taking a shot, or maybe not. Alright, well, then we'll have him turn in place. Use one of those CP to open this door. Oh, never mind. He blasted it open for us. Good man. Good man, Sergeant Lorenzo. Now, he has a power field generator. In the... it says that our sergeant can't... I don't know why our sergeant is equipped with that if he's not able to use it. That's a little bit strange. Let's go ahead and have him overwatch this way while everybody gets themselves moving. Clawbles, you're going to bring yourself up in the rear. And have him walk to there, and we're not really going to be overwatching a whole lot, so I'm not going to rely too heavily right now on CP. I'm actually probably just going to try and spend as much as we can before we go much further. Alright, and that's going to end our first turn. Our first spawns are going to be coming from there. I'm not going to deploy any force field generators as of yet because I don't really think that there's any use for it right now. Instead, what I think I'll do is we'll try and get this door open on the next turn, maybe taking the assault cannon to watch that door. Or maybe I'll have Clawbles pop it on open and then overwatch right here, a guard. I never like to lean too heavily on Clawbles, though. He's kind of our remedial student of space marinery, unfortunately. Let's end it. Looks like our first little group of friends are going to come from there. They are going to split their forces along multiple fronts. That's not a typical choice for the AI. which makes me wonder a little bit about how easy this is going to be. I figured they would all try and hit us from here in the first turn. That's usually what the AI seems to like to do. In that case, I'm going to re-roll our 1 CP that we got and get 4. I'm going to walk him forward a tad, so let's go ahead and put some fire on that door while walking. Hopefully he'll shoot it out. If he doesn't, that's going to be a little bit weak. Alright, well, the second shot was a failure. Let's walk him all the way. No, let's not. Let's go ahead and have him take shots at the door until he shoots it down. No such luck as of yet. We do have a little bit of time to play with, so I'm going to try and get the door taken care of first. There it goes. Alright, so we're going to use the remainder on an overwatch there. We're just going to kind of tiptoe people forward. We'll deal with this door in just a moment. We are going to have to leave our sergeant right here to keep watch over this doorway. So that's exactly what we're going to do. I don't think he's going to get here in time. We're going to leave him in the back a little bit. Just kind of trying to keep an eye on things, I guess. I'm not going to use Psi until we get a little bit further in, because I know we're going to have conflicts of interest as we move further on into the level, especially if we start getting hit from every direction, which it looks like they are planning on doing. We're going to want to use Psi when we get into positions like over here, where we're very much surrounded and we need to limit the fronts that they're going to be approaching us from. Let's bypass the turn, and hopefully we're going to avoid any major catastrophes here.
Hostile targets ahead. Xenos contact spotted.
Alright, we managed to shoot him down. Are we still getting sustained fire? Oh, we are. Good. I was really worried that that might turn into a long-term rule that we had to obey for the rest of the game. That would be just a terrible, terrible turn of events. Over here, we don't have any bolter jams just yet, but he's not going to give us any opportunities to create any either. He's going to make us wait. That appears fine, because that is going to pipeline them through this room, which is much better than having him come this way. 1 CP again. Bad luck rolls. Let's go ahead and re-roll it. We got 5. Very, very nice. I am a little bit... Let's move him forward. That's what we'll do. That's going to give him 1, 2, 3 to take the shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Undo. Never mind. We're going to hold our position. I'm going to stay right here until we have clearance right there. I could block it with a little bit of Psi and we could be on our merry way. However, I don't want to start using Psi this early. Let's go ahead and overwatch there. I know I could take ground right now, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. I'd really prefer to play this slow and steady, I think. Yeah, they're not going to be able to move diagonals. I'm really tempted to put some Psi down right there, but we do have a couple... What the hell is that? Oh my. That one looks a little bit beefier than the one we saw before. That must be the Broodlord. I had a feeling it would show up during this mission, but that's a little terrifying. Hopefully that blip right there isn't one. That would be all bad. Alright, let's bypass it. Sergeant's already managed to jam up the gun, that's fine. But he's gotten the kill on the second burst of fire, so I'll take that. These guys are going to have to make it through a couple of doors before they come a preliminary concern. Oh, there's a big old crowd of them too. Alright, so hopefully we get some good CP on the next turn, because we are going to have to hold that front.
Weapon jammed.
Bad luck.
Obstruction removed.
Alrighty, well that does leave us... Well, he managed to shoot that one at least. Maybe he'll get another one. That one looks a tad slower. I don't know what it takes to kill one of those, but we're going to find out. I honestly have no clue what I'm going to need to do in order to take it out. I'm going to think about moving people around a little bit right now. We only got 3 CP. Let's focus on clearing this room, possibly. So the first shot was a success. That's very good. That's luck being in our favor. Let's maybe take some shots at him. And there's the second kill. So we do have enough CP left to overwatch the remainder of this hallway. Oh, no, we don't. Never mind. Well, maybe I will consider... Yikes. Well, I don't really know what to think about doing here. We don't have a lot of CP on hand. There's going to be a big old firefight right here, which means we need to reserve as much of that as possible. This might be the time to pop the cork on some of that Psi and block off a hallway there. I don't think they can cut that corner. Then again, how far did he move in that last turn? Makes me a little scared. I don't really want to block off right there, though, because that doesn't leave me a whole lot of coverage. for anything else. Let's make with the Psy here, I think. We'll put the Psy there. And we're going to make a move now. I'm going to move him to there. Clobbles is going to fall in. I'm going to shift the order a tad now that we have people in the room. And since Brother Leon doesn't require CP in order to hold a front... Actually, I think I just moved him too far. Let me go ahead and undo that really quickly. I'm going to leave him where he's at, actually. Let's back Clobbles up a tad. And we're going to leave him where he's at. Technically, I could have done this without using the Psy move, but I just want to make sure that everybody's shifted into a superior position. And I need to start thinking about ways to get him out of the line of fire as well. Maybe flaming this out, switching their order. Not really decided. Let's go ahead and bypass, and we'll see how this thing plays out. I'm not sure what kind of leveling fire we're going to have to put on him either. That's another thing that I'm a tad worried about. Oh, they're going to give precedence to the Broodlord. Interestingly enough. Okay.
Close.
Hopefully down here we don't get a ton of weapon jams. I'd love to see some kills. There's one. Asking ye shall receive, I suppose. There's the first jam. Hopefully not the... Well, hopefully the last. Never mind. I almost made an error there. There's a kill. A very nice set of kills. So we may be able to clear out that hallway on this turn, I hope. There's a fourth one, I think. Wow, he's really doing a pretty good job clearing out that hallway with the bolter. There's a final jam, and I think it's a good thing that we didn't end up using any CP. If he can manage to land a kill here... Yeah, so that's why I didn't want to use up all of that CP. And there's a final kill, so this is going to be the time to retreat from that location. Oh, never mind. They seem to have us fairly well bogged down. I don't want this to turn into a nasty slog where we can't take any ground. 2 CP, we're going to re-roll it and get 3. I will take that. We're going to do the same thing right now. So he's going to be overwatching right there while my librarian attempts to get the door off. Now that the door's open, let's think about getting him into a dominant position. I am going to start to... Yeah, I'm going to have to start using, unfortunately... I'm going to have to start using some of our Psy in order to get people into better positions. I think what I'd like to do is flame out this hallway for the time being. So I'm going to get the flamer into position. And I apologize if you hear the racket that's going on outside. Apparently, some less classy folks have decided to get in fisticuffs or some kind of altercation. I don't live in the nicest place. You guys might have drawn that conclusion over the last 400 episodes or so. I'm going to put a Psy barrier down right there just to make sure that he's able to flame out that hallway in the future. That may allow him to kind of come around this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can get kind of close if that happens, but I think the librarian will be able to handle it. Let's see what happens with the assault cannon right here. And consider getting my next bolter out of the way. The flamethrower is definitely going to meet up as best he can down here and fall into line. We don't have too much further to go. Well, never mind. As I say that, the road appears to be much, much longer than anticipated. Let's bypass the turn, and let's kind of test the water with this Broodlord right here. I don't really know what it's going to take us to annihilate him. Alright, so that's more or less what I assumed might happen. Alright, so let's take a look at the dice roll there. A kill on a 4+. It looks like he's actually not as bad as you would assume he would be. And he should make mincemeat of everything else coming down through this area. I may scoot him a tad forward and have him hold this position so that nothing comes this way while we're resituating. He has used up a bit of ammunition, unfortunately. I think that was 5 rounds. I can't count properly as of right now, but I will take a look at the remaining ammunition that he has on hand. Looks like we're going to get a 2-pronged assault here. They seem to have a lot of allocations for Broodlords and general nastiness in this mission, which is making me a tad nervous. We do have this way cleared out, though, so we're going to make a pact over here and kind of block that off if we can. Let's see if he can kill this unit off early on. There it is. And then what I'd like to do is possibly debate the merits of blocking this with a force barrier. Hopefully they won't be able to diagonal their way out of there. If they do diagonal their way out of there, that's going to be something that we're going to have to deal with in the future. And I would very much prefer to take this right here. Although that's a tough call. I'm going to see if Sai holds out for now. I don't like either of these positions. Flamethrower troop's going to come down to there, get himself locked off in this regard. Maybe bait out some troops from here. I really think if we can get a couple of them to go this way, we'll be in a better position. He's going to move forward and overwatch with his 5 remaining rounds, but there's nothing coming this way for now. So I guess we'll just have him move to there. Bolter Troop's going to get himself positioned in the back because I think we are going to get kind of pincered here. We're going to get attacked from two separate directions, which is leaving survival looking a little unlikely.
Securing position.
I feel a little spread thin right now with one squad, but I can see how with 2 squads or a modified squad of like 7, this would be too easy. With the flamethrower where it's at, I would almost wager they'll go this way, which will work out perfectly fine. I can maintain the barrier right there, hoping to fire this way. Maybe we'll set up the librarian here with another guy right here firing this way. That's what I would very much prefer to have happen. I'll step Claudia. Oh, never mind. The sergeant's right where I want him to be. Good. That's even better. Once we're in position here, we'll start thinking about long-term strategies for making it into this room. Although I think once we get to this position or this position, we should more or less have the whole thing sealed off and ready to go. We should have it brown bagged by then, I think. You've got no AP left, right? AP's got 1 left on Claudio, 1 left on him, but I don't want to expend it for now. Actually, we don't have any overwatches going, so we may as well expend it. Yeah, let's get him into position. We don't have anything coming this way for the time being. I think he'll be able to hold his spot for now. Getting him into position on the next turn, maybe facing this way. If we get a good CP roll, that's what's really going to tear this one. If we can get a 6 on the next turn, we're going to be in a just magical position. If we get one of those double 1s, this thing's going to turn into a massive cluster coitus. Let's end the turn and see how this thing goes. That's a lot of Genestealers coming this way. As I expected, they are going to go that way. I don't think they're going to be able to get through that door, though, right now. A big group coming this way. 1 CP. Let's see here. Extract the sample from a Broodlord. You must use a Terminator. Alright, yeah, whatever. Let's re-roll that. Ooh, we only got a 2. That's bad. That's really, really bad. Bolter jams being what they are... Well, we do have remaining psi, and I can avoid, if I can avoid using this little region right here, maybe a psychic storm right here? That might be something to consider. Let's try a psychic storm. Well, we only got the 1 kill. If I was a cheesy bastard, what I would do right now is undo that and keep spamming it right there till we kill everything. However, because I love you guys and I don't want to be that kind of player, we'll secure that. We'll take a shot at this door maybe too. Ooh, and it worked. And then what we'll do is we'll overwatch him too. And we're really going to have to hope that we don't get any bolter jams. Bolter jams coming up right now are going to pretty much end our game. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. They... 4, 5, 6, never mind. So this flank should be alright. If they attack from here first, though, it's going to be ugly. And I need to put a flame wall in here. There we go. Let's wrangle a couple kills on this front. Very nice. Burn them all down. None of those nasty 1 rolls that we end up getting sometimes. Let's hope for some luck, and let's roll the turn. It could be roll credits right here. Alright, so there's the first jam that we were hoping we wouldn't get. And there's the first kill. And there's the second one. Alright, so one front is completely and totally vacated of Genestealers. There's a kill right there, too. So I think we made the rolls that we're going to need. Luckily, it's not roll on one for us, to quote the Green Mile. Those 1 CP turns are always suspect. There it is right there. That's alright. I should be able to clear that hallway out in the next turn. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't be able to. We do have sustained fire on our side, which in the last mission was a big cause of a lot of the frustration there. Looks like they're all going to cut right. That's perfectly fine by me. I don't mind that choice in action at all. I don't want to get caught up here, though, just spraying bullets for the rest of my life. That is a little bit of the terrifying possibility. Let's take some shots here. And we made a very good roll right there.
The angel demands justice.
Let's hold the position for now. I don't want to make any ridiculous advances just yet.
Securing position.
He's going to hold there. And there is something to be said about maybe having Clawbles make a run for it once we lock down this hallway. That is an interesting thing to think about.
Securing area.
Putting him in the center of the room right here and having him overwatch right here would be a nice temptation, although I don't want to risk having people come over here and flank us. I would like to keep them all coming from this direction if I can. I will, however, have him advance with that in mind. Maybe making Clawbles have a sprint for the room all by himself might be an interesting way to use him, so I'll think about that as we go further on into the mission.
Holding.
He's going to take a couple shots of sustained fire, I think, before he gets any closer. We should be able to level him before he gets any further. This room, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, so we're going to have to flame this out again, unfortunately. Unless I back him up. Let me see. Is there somebody standing right there? No, there isn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's still... Yeah, he's going to have to hold this position indefinitely, unfortunately. Actually, let me see what I can do with my Psy. I've already used him. Never mind. We'll do it on the next turn. For now, we're going to waste some ammo and just make sure that they don't advance right here. So we'll just burn that one out nice and hot. But what I'd like to do is in the next turn, maybe put a force field down right here so that they all kind of pile up, or maybe put a force field right there so that they all pile up in this room and then flame them all out from there. That would be a good way to clear out a lot of the points that the enemy has accrued. I don't know which direction I should take, Clawbles. I'll stick with the safe direction, I think. Alright, make sure that all the overwatches are aiming in the appropriate directions. Let's end the turn, and hopefully this doesn't fold right here.
They are close, brothers.
And it did.
Cleanse and burn.
Ooh, very nice. Alright, well he managed to survive the melee. No complaints from me. However, that does put us in a nasty situation in that he can't overwatch anymore once he's been in melee once.
Contact.
A little bit terrifying, but we can deal with it. There's a kill. And a secondary kill. They're going to come from that direction, it looks like. Anything else, or are they on a non-spawn turn? Here, I'm going to shoot my shots, I guess. So we did get a 6.
Let them fall before us.
Keep him overwatching with what we've got. Ooh, no, undo that overwatch. Hold on, I did want to use that psychic ability. So we're going to use the force barrier here. No, what did you just do? Just cast a force barrier on yourself? I didn't even know we could do that. I didn't even know my clicker was in that position. Let's put it right there so that they all kind of pile up, because that's what the AI likes to do. Then we'll sit him on overwatch. We do want to make a move, though, pretty soon to secure at least another location. We're not really maintaining our velocity in one direction right now, and I would prefer for that to be the case. Now that we don't have anything coming from there, how many rounds does he have left? 3? Not going to reload him just yet. It might be a good idea, but he has that risk of blowing up after I reload him once. Hopefully we don't have a repeat of what happens right here. Luckily, he gets a +1 to his attack roll, and he managed to pull it on out there. I don't remember what the bonus is on his ridiculous, like, battle axe staff thing. I don't know what it's called. You guys will correct me down in the comments. You always do. Overwatched, overwatched. Here they should pile up in this room. We'll flame them all out, which should put the enemy on their heels for at least a turn. And then I think we'll be alright.
Target.
There it is. Good little genies. First kill right there. Didn't get a chance to move too much. Oh no. I forgot that he could be flanked right there. Well then. I absolutely forgot about that spawn. We're going to have to get a move on then. And I think Clobbles is going to be our guy. Five CP on this turn. Which is good. How is that going to be 4? Couldn't you turn once and back up for a 3? Like turn that way and then back into this slot? Let's try that.
We have movement.
Sometimes the AI just, it does dumb things that make me upset. He should still be able to flame out this hall reasonably well. There we go. So that should keep us prepared over here. We'll sacrifice him if need be later on. He's running out of ammo anyways. Over here, we're going to need to advance, and we're going to need to advance hard, I think.
Clear a path.
So let's do that. We have nothing to overwatch from that direction. Clobbles, let's get... No, Clobbles, do not spend 6 APs. That is not something I want you to do right now. Wait, did he do it again? Hold on. Okay, I thought I lost. There we go. Alright, good. We'll take that for now. And there is something to be said about possibly going back to back in this room, maintaining that front, but they will possibly flank us. One thing's for sure, our situation is not tenable. We can't really maintain this forever. He's got 3 barriers left in him.
Clear a path.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to hold this forever, so we're going to want to take a new pinched position if we can. I don't like any of these. There's a lot of rooms with 4 doors, which little bit of a terrifying spot to be in. I'm going to move him to here because I like to keep everybody kind of moving in the same direction, boots marching with the same destination in mind, and he is one of the few units we're going to be able to use in order to get things done in the future. I don't see any overwatches being taken. It might be worth considering to use up the remaining CP to maybe get a door open here. We might see them change their tactic, though, and go a different direction. I think instead what I'd like to do... I don't know what to do right here. I've got myself in a bit of a predicament. There are a lot of access points. I didn't notice that one right there, and that's what's making me a little bit nervous. Well, I do have barriers left, so I can fall back on that if I need to. Let's go ahead with the plan of opening this and getting Clobbles as far down the hall as he can get for now. If I can get him into this position and then have him overwatch here, we are going to need to vacate this room as quickly as possible, but I don't think they can hit me from every direction so quickly. I don't like where we're at, though. I will say that as a warning. I really, really dislike how we're extended right now. Oh, good. They all went that direction. Well, that makes me feel a little less nervous. I can have him back up and continue flaming things out. Ah, alright. Well, I'll turn him then. 1 CP, re-roll that, get 1 again because the universe is not being our friend.
My aim is true.
Hopefully he'll demolish them. I think Clobbles can get to there on this turn. Very good. I'm trying to pick my next destination to get him into the room. Clobbles is going to try and complete this one. I guess we'll come down to... Part of me wants to take this and back up down this hallway firing this way, while my librarian takes this hallway and fires downwards this way. There are no spawns right here aside from here that have direct access to us, which is part of my apprehension to moving forward with my current plan. But I think I'm going to dedicate all to this hallway. Let's get him turned properly at the bare minimum. Actually, no. Well, we'll adapt our force fields to the way that they need to be. This is a little risky right here. This is going to be nasty. I don't see this one going well. We may lose him right there, which means this could get a little bit more hectic than expected. A little earlier than we would like. I'm going to get my librarian into position there. With Zale acting as bait, we'll flame that out one more time. And hope that they don't get wise and try and go around. A good player right now, a human player, would have already demolished us. But I think if I can get Clawbles down this hallway with Overwatches here and here and here, or maybe here and here, we should be magical. But right now we're kind of flying on a wish and a prayer. You know what they say about shitting in one hand and wishing in the other and seeing which one fills up first. Let's roll them. And of course, if our autocannon doesn't make it, then, you know, it might be GG.
Multiple targets acquired. No mercy.
There's the first kill. He's got 3 rounds, so hopefully he doesn't miss. There's the second kill. And there's the third one. Very nice. We really don't need him to hold too much harder now. He's used up most of his usefulness. Command points. We got 2 in a row twice. Let me get Clawbles off this way. We'll get him down this way. Unfortunately, Clawbles is kind of a mission-specific character right now for us. He's the only one that's within range that can actually activate the teleporter. This guy right here, I'm actually going to get him out of the way. On the next turn, we'll see what our CP rolls are looking like, and we'll get him a bit more ammo, if at all possible. We don't have any Overwatches going, so we're going to back him up twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so he's going to have to flame this out one more time. We'll put it right there, though, so that on the next turn he gets a nice little gap. And I'm not going to declare victory just yet, but I think we're in a pretty good spot right now. Ending the turn, and let's see where they decide to spawn. We did kill a couple on that last turn, which means they are going to get some freebie spawns. Which they wasted one over there, unfortunately. Well, for them, anyways. They used one right there. That's alright. Ah, we have our first breaker for there. We got 2 CP, re-roll them, get 6. Very good, very good, very good. Let's get him reloaded then. And admittedly, a lot of this CP is going to be used getting him faced and overwatched, maybe? Let's go ahead and see what happens down here first, though. I don't know who I should have. Is he going to face that way anyways? Then what I'm going to do is we'll have him come down here. He's going to open that. And he's going to use a force barrier right there to keep this guy from getting us in a precarious situation too early. We'll continue backing him up. Let's get Clawbles as far down this hallway as we possibly can. With the remaining CP, I don't... Oh, nope, 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 nope. I don't know if I should turn him and have him deal with this threat, or have him make a run for it with his CP. We don't have any overwatches going just yet. Well, I could make a pretty good run down here, though, too, is the other thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he would have to go at least to there, and that's going to cost him all of his CP. Well, let's get him out of the line of fire, then. We'll take him down to there. I'm going to reface the sergeant for now. And that's going to be the end of the turn, because he can hold that reasonably well.
Affirmative.
I'm going to back him up twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to back him up twice. And that should allow him to get into a position where he can use that final round to kill as many of these guys as possible. Although I'm not really sure that that's a good idea, because that'll free up their points so that they can spawn more brood, or they'll be able to spawn more of these little buggers elsewhere. I don't really know how to pick up the sample. It doesn't really say how to do it. Makes me a tad nervous about the victory conditions. That's all we've got for this turn, though, so let's go. Yeah, this hallway's going to turn into a mess now. Ah, we have flankers, finally. That is a huge conga line of Genestealers. 4 CPs on this turn. Let's flip him around. And this should be easy peasy lemon squeezy right here. Good, none of those nasty triples showing up.
Cleanse and burn.
Let's throw a flamethrower down this hall. So there's our final use right there. Unfortunately, Brother Zale, not so useful to us anymore. I'm going to get him into position. I'm going to back up the librarian twice. Throw another barrier right there. Just to make sure that nothing goes horrifically terribly. We'll get Clobbles on into this room. I don't really know what's going to happen in here, but we are going to try. From what I understand, I looked it up because some people had mentioned bugs, and I think we just have to have a guy with a teleporter in this room for the 1 turn or whatever it is. And then we should be magic. Although they may have to fall back into the room too, now that I'm wondering about it. We do have some CP left. And I suppose I would prefer to have the sergeant down here with him. We've got to have somebody... I know we're going to have to use that little ability thing that's over there, but maybe it disappeared because he was out of CP and whatever else. I think it did. It'll be okay. He's got enough to back up one more time. Maybe I'll use him as bait then. We'll see what the rest of these guys do after they eat Zale. Zale's not going to have a good day in this next turn. Yeah, it's going to be a hard day to be Zale.
I will end you.
I don't really know why all my Space Marines are talking right now. They probably should hold their tongues. We haven't quite won this thing yet. 6 CP, though. We might be able to win it in this turn. Oh, he's already holding the sample, I suppose. Alright, well, let's get him into the room at the bare minimum. I don't know what these things are. They're kind of just sitting here. I don't like it. We're going to use as much CP as possible to get people to advantageous positions. Let's just get him into the room for now. He's going to wiggle on back one more time. And he's going to use the last of his psi to block that doorway. They don't appear to be able to use diagonals, so that's fine. I'm not really sure of any good way to get Brother Leon out of here. Well, I don't really know how the power field generator works here. Suppose I could click it now. Maybe you have to go into this room and use it? I have no idea. I'm a little bit confused right now. We may have to do a little bit of experimentation here to get this to work. Let's uncheck that for a moment. And use the remainder of the CP to get him out of here. Also turn him the right way so that in the next turn we don't have to actually make him walk down the hallway. Let's hope for another 6 in the next turn, without a doubt. Put him on defense. Maybe he'll re-roll a couple. Who knows? He can't overwatch or do anything yet. He's going to get pinched in between those two, I can tell already. I probably should have taken him out this way, but hindsight and all that. Goodbye, Brother Zale. Unfortunately, you have nothing to sell to us anymore. So sell your life dearly. You gotta punch in, maybe. Kind of. Sort of. This is gonna be sort of dependent on the direction they decide to hit us from.
I have movement, brothers.
Two CP, we'll re-roll him and get 2 again. Any case, get him on up into the room. Get him facing at least somewhat properly as we back him down in here. I think that's probably going to do it. It'll take 1 turn, maybe. I'm not really positive how this whole thing works. We'll see. These guys all look like they're going to come this way to get a piece of Leon, so we're going to let him sell himself dearly again.
Order confirmed.
And this should be his last stand. That's more Genestealers than he's ever going to be able to deal with. Suppose we'll end the turn there. It is interesting to see, and this kind of reminds me of Ender's Game, in that sort of, it's all about the enemy's gate is down. Once you get further on into the game, it becomes interesting how you have to sell your troops in order to finish the combat. You go in knowing full well that not everybody's going to walk away from this, and you just kind of have to decide who you're going to let get gibbed. So there's 3 rounds. He's got 6 remaining. Hopefully they don't come around behind him too soon. I'm really hoping they all really dedicate to that position. Ah, they missed finally. So that's pretty much going to end his ability. Oh my god, that's so terrible. Sorry, Brother Leon. That's another bad day for you. Not a good day for a lot of my Space Marines, to be honest. Well, 2 of them. 60% are going to get out of here, though. It should be okay, right? I don't know what just happened here. I'm a little confused. We're going to re-roll the CPs because we can't do worse. We did the 1 undisturbed turn. I don't know. Maybe try taking him off the boat? They don't really explain what I should be doing here. Then again, I don't want to send him off the boat if other people can get things done. Maybe use the field generator right here? They really needed to do a better job of explaining what the objective was, like maybe with a video showing you what you're supposed to do. We have the level with the sample. Extraction hasn't ticked off yet on our list. So let's maybe extract that one too. We're playing this one a little bit close to the hip though, which makes me really nervous. I guess I'll overwatch him in the odd chance that anything makes it up and down this corridor in the next little bit. Didn't manage to get a kill there. Maybe if he blows up right now, he'll kill everything in that hallway. That'd be pretty sweet. I mean, I don't want to advocate for the destruction of any of my own units, but, you know, if he wanted to roll a 666 or something right now, I wouldn't... Oh, nope, nope, no. I wouldn't be against it. Why do you keep doing that? That's making me... There we go. Maybe I'll click towards the top of the box.
Drive them back.
And no kill there. This is more Genestealers than we can actually possibly overwatch down here. So hopefully in the next turn something good happens. Alright, see you later, Brother Leon. Go with the Emperor. I don't see any of the portable field generators like teleporting anything.
Brother down.
Brother, he said that like he wasn't in any pain at all. He's like, brother down. It's all good, guys. Don't worry. Brother down. Brother down. It's okay. Ah, they are going to come down that way. I was wondering which corner they would decide to cut. Clawbles has had more than a turn now to handle his business, so it's been 2 turns, so I guess I'll just bail out at this point and hope for the best. There's a lot of hoping in this game. It's kind of a weird mechanic, hoping. I guess I'll leave him on Overwatch with a lot of bullets. Yeah, okay, there's the victory. It wasn't very well explained, but we did it. Well, I didn't do the little reading. Usually it says what it says down here. But anyways, my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for mission number 11 in our Space Hulk Sins of Damnation playthrough. I hope it was entertaining. That was a mission that I felt like I had to sell a couple units on because I didn't think we were going to make it all by our lonesome without somebody having to take a claw to the rectum. So I'll see you guys next time, and take care out there, everybody.